Oh, things could not get any worse in this film, you say? Well, Captain Hook, who decides to play a trick on Jane, believing that she wants to go home as well. And she says that they're both in the same boat because Peter Pan took Captain Hook's treasure. So, Captain Hook decides to make a deal with Jane that he will get her home. Being that Jane was fooled by Captain Hook, he says that Peter Pan is not sensible like him and her, and say that he's just a silly boy that never grows up. So, for a deal bargain, Jane decides to sign the contract, and then Captain Hook badly, scarcely, randomly walks off into the distance. Well, I would not like to play tricks on people, but being that I was tricked by this girl at school that told me to do a try latte thing. And yes, so I feel the same way as Jane, that I would get fooled. God, this is hard. God, this is hard putting this at the camera. So, when Jane finds Peter, she takes Peter and the Lost Boys to find Captain Hook's treasure. Unfortunately, when they do find Captain Hook's treasure, one of the Lost Boys blows the whistle, Captain Hook and his pirates capture Peter Pan and saying that no one can save him now. So, Jane decides to go find Tinkerbell to help her get her magic back. And now that she believes in magic and pixie dust again. What? So then Jane rescues Peter Pan, and then Captain Hook grabs her again and says, "I've got the unlock now!" And like everything, Peter Pan says, "Game's over, Hook, I win!" And then he falls into the world again, and then the octopus bitch sees him and chases him again. Back up to his ship and tries to kill him the second time, like the TikTok crocodile did in the first film. No, one of the TikTok crocodile did not return to the first film, to this film. The octopus is gonna be all the pie in the bag! No! So now the octopus sees all of Captain Hook's crews as fish, and then he licks his chops, and they all start to swim away from the octopus, like Captain Hook did with the TikTok crocodile. And then the Lost Boys and Peter Pan celebrate their victory because they got rid of Captain Hook and the pirates. And now Jane wants to go home. Jane wants to go home now. So Jane tells her little brother and the dog the story about her adventure on Neverland. And then Wendy goes out to the window to see what's going on. To see what is going on. And she sees Peter Pan once again. And Peter Pan discovers that Wendy has now grown up. And so he thanks her, and then he flies off. Then Jane's father comes home. And they are excited that he is still alive from World War II. They all go down to thank God that he's still alive. And then Peter Pan and Tinkerbell then decide to fly off into the distance all the way back to Neverland. And they all live bloodily happily ever after. Well, I have never seen a sequel that could be better than some sequels. Yes, I'm saying this movie was surprisingly good. I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was a pretty worthy sequel. While it does have a few problems in the film, it's surprisingly a good sequel, and it proves to other sequels that it's better. That some sequels are not that good. But yeah, with this one, it proves over all of the bad Disney sequels that are not good. This one has good animation, it's more colourful, the animation has improved over the past few years, and while I kinda did not really like the animation in the first one, it just looked a little bit too dark and a little bit old-fashioned looking, but I do like old films, I do like classic films, and while the songs are a bit shitty in this, and they can't beat the songs in the original, I actually kinda like this film, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10, just because it wasn't good as the original. So, I wonder what I'll be reviewing next for my next movie. Damn you! Damn you! Alright, this is it. This is 1000 Guy 1, signing off.